What's up, everyone? So it is lunchtime and I am so excited about my garlic cauliflower breadsticks. Okay, so here's the deal. A while ago I made cauliflower crust pizza. I would say probably like 2.5 years ago, and it came out awful. It was just terrible. And I always see these awesome videos and recipes and it looks so good. And I'm like, man, every time I've done it, it just turns out terrible. How are they making it look so perfect and so good? I figured it out. Okay, so I'm gonna share my tips, but I have to show you, like, doesn't that look like legit? Hey, Allison, doesn't that look like legit breadstick? Like, so good. Hey, Lisa. Give me a thumbs up if you can see that. I just want to make sure because I moved my camera the wrong way again. But it is so amazing, and it's thick. It's not like terrible, and it's not soggy. Like, I had to do a live video to show you how legit this cauliflower breadstick is. Seriously, I have never been so excited about food ever. Yeah, thumbs up. It deserves a thumbs up because it is damn good. Okay, so here you go. Here, I'm gonna give you the trick. Maybe I'll give you the recipe and talk about the trick too. Really not a trick, but it's really important tip when making it, okay? So here, so you don't have to, although I'm like in my foyer because it's got the best light. It's a crappy, I don't know if you can see that, let's see, crappy, gloomy, rainy day here. That's my front door. So I have to go to where the best light is because I needed to show you guys how good that cauliflower stick looked. Okay, so here's the deal. With cauliflower, you need to steam it first because well, first of all, to do the breadsticks or the crust, you're actually mincing down a head of cauliflower to sort of like look like rice. So you start there first. You need to get it pretty small. I used my Vitamix, my processor, so I got it really, really fine and small. Not so fine that it's like powdery because the moisture will actually make it mushy, but you'll see the consistency of sort of like a rice. So when you get it there, you need to steam it. So that was one fail on my old part. Like, it came out awful because I didn't steam it first. So I steamed it for about 5 minutes. But what happens when you steam it is it obviously starts to absorb some moisture. And if you don't wring that moisture out of the cauliflower, it will actually come out super watery and super mushy and gross. So if anybody's ever tried it and attempted it and that's what it came out to be like, that is the reason why. So, hey Jill, so here's the deal. You need cheesecloth. This is my tip/trick, okay? And if you don't have cheesecloth, and cheesecloth, if you guys don't know, you can get, like, I got this at my grocery store in like their utensil aisle, which I've never even gone to before, but because I was there, I was like, hey, I don't want to go anywhere else. I'm going to grab it from the grocery store. They actually had it. So, you know, cheesecloth is just a really fine cloth that you can use to squeeze out moisture from things. I actually use this when making my own almond milk a while back, and then obviously you can use it now with the cauliflower. So that is really, really important. If you don't have cheesecloth or you can't get it and you have a head of cauliflower and you want to try this, I also, once I did this, I still had a lot of moisture coming out of that cauliflower. It's amazing how much moisture cauliflower actually absorbs after steaming it. So I just kept sort of rolling it and patting it with paper towels. I probably used like 15 paper towels. Tommy's not gonna like that. He's always telling me I use too much. Yes, it's called cheesecloth, Jill. Tommy's always telling me I'm using too much paper towels, and I really used a lot last night because I was trying to get all of the water out. So I just kept like I put the cauliflower inside the side of it, and I would just mash down with the paper towel, and I just kept flipping it. When the paper towel got too wet, I threw it away, got a couple more, and I just kept doing that until very little moisture was coming out. So that is your first tip, and really the most important tip when working with cauliflower when it comes to crusts or breads. If you don't do that, it's not going to turn out right. So for this recipe, it is the cauliflower, it's 2 eggs that are beaten, a half a cup of low moisture mozzarella. So I'm a huge fan of fresh mozzarella, fresh any cheese. I'm a much bigger fan than like the shredded stuff. But in this instance, you need low moisture. If you use fresh mozzarella, it's gonna make it super watery. So I had to get the shredded cheese. I just tried to find the best shredded mozzarella low moisture cheese I could find. So you need a half a cup of that and a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. You whisk all of that together. You make the whole mixture with the eggs, the cheese, the cauliflower. And then you can bake it like that, but it's pretty bland. I put fresh garlic, some oregano, some salt, and that was it. So just fresh garlic, oregano, and salt. I put that in there as well. I whisked it around. And then the next tip is to use parchment paper. So I just used a 6x11 baking dish, and I used parchment paper. I laid it on the baking dish, and then I patted down the mixture in the baking dish, and I baked it at 400 for about 25 minutes. The outside edges got really crispy, as I'll show you again because it just looks so good. So the outside got a little crispy. This is actually a second bake because I made it for dinner last night. But when I baked it again, it came out even better. So I would actually go maybe even to 30 minutes to really get that crunchy layer on top. So you put it in for 25, 30 minutes. Just watch it. It'll get that golden, crusty brown. It's so good. And oh my gosh, it's so good. I don't know if I'll ever go back to like tradition. I'm not a big bread eater anyway, but this makes me like really enjoy it. I also shaked a little extra garlic on top. So good, so good. So don't give up. Don't give up on your cauliflower crusts. The next thing I'm gonna try to do is do the cauliflower crust pizza, because now that I know what the heck I'm doing, I'm gonna give it a try and hopefully it'll work out. I'm thinking like a garlic, a cauliflower garlic crust with some veggies, like maybe like not even in some marinara sauce, some veggies. You don't even need cheese because the crust has cheese in it already. It's like a cheesy bread. So good. All right. Oh, so Lisa, good. Okay, so another time-saving tip is there are bags of cauliflower that are pre-chopped, like riced. So you can use that, but they're still too big. You really need to get it to like rice grain level. So that chopped rice cauliflower that you can get in the bags can work as a starting place, but you're just gonna still need to pulse it a couple times in your food processor just to get it smaller. It does need to be rather small, otherwise the bread is crunchy and texture wise, you're gonna taste that cauliflower more. When you get it to that smaller granular level, you taste the cauliflower, but it's not like eating cauliflower. You get it? Does that make sense? Anyway. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would still save you a ton of time, Lisa, because you won't have to chop all the cauliflower up and put it in, but you still need to get it a little more granular. It is, Dina. It is. I actually, it's so funny. So I have a few recipes with cauliflower this week. I'm making a coconut curry pumpkin soup that uses cauliflower too. I think is tomorrow night's dinner. And it also had cauliflower. So I actually picked up a bag. They were the same price. I couldn't find it organic, and I'm a little picky about like fruits or vegetables that you eat, either the skin or the whole fruit as is, that are exposed to some of the chemicals and pesticides. But I couldn't find an organic bag of it, so I'm gonna eat some pesticides tomorrow probably. But yes, they are sometimes less expensive, and quite honestly, it's less of a hassle. And there are many times where I'm not like really feeling prep all the time, so I'll even get those bags of already cut up cauliflower, and those are more expensive, but because I want to save time, I'll go for those too. Yeah, but it's okay. Every once in a while, it's not a big deal. Hello, Chris. Thanks for joining, but we just wrapped up. All right. If you guys have any questions, I'll try to type this up and also post it. It's a recipe that is on the Fixate Beachbody On Demand Fixate show. So if you are one of our Beachbody members who are using Beachbody On Demand, check it out because this recipe is really good. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Talk to you later. Bye.